Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53, M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. This one's located on the northeast corner of Highway, and it's under the command of Oxagon. And yet again, he's in platoon with Soul Collector and BG Warlord. In fact, yes, Soul Collector's in the Kampfpanzer Fumsik, who's behind him, and BG Warlord's in the Cobra, just a short distance away. Game on. I'll tell you a little bit about the M53, M55. It was a late development after World War II, making use of the pattern hulls that had actually started being mass produced. It's basically a pattern tank, an M47, which has been modified, turned around with the engine up front, and the howitzer turret is at the back of the vehicle, counterbalancing. It was developed in 1952. That's when they had the first prototype, and it's actually got a 12-cylinder, 4-cycle V engine. Is it V arranged engine? I would say V12, but it is a V12. Yeah, that's the easiest way to say it. 810 horsepower. Oh, lovely shot in the Skoda. Well, 393, and he got some track assist, and the guy's gone down, so he picked that. But oh, now that was cheeky. That was a round from the Leopard prototype on the enemy team, firing in this general direction, and he managed to hit Oxagon in the tracks. Now he's fixed that track problem straight away. Not that he really needed to, but I suppose, well, might as well do it now, because he's not going to need the repair kit until the end of the battle, probably. Okay, Leopard prototype. Rounds out on you. Well, yes, that's for fair exchange. 281, he pulls back to get out of range of that Leopard prototype, just in case he decides to do another one. Now, they were in service from 1952 until 1960, but I believe they did actually see action in Vietnam. They have a crew of 6 normally, so quite a big crew, and they'd actually open up the rear of the vehicle completely to enable them to handle the shells. If it was the M53, which was actually used by the US Marines, they'd have a 155mm gun, and then they'd have 10 rounds. Was it, or more than that actually? I think it was, no, it was more than 10 rounds. They'd have quite a lot of rounds actually if it was the 155, but they can only carry 10 rounds of the 8-inch howitzers ammunition if it was an M55, and they were used by the US Army. Rounds out on the Chieftain. Oh, good shot! Right over the buildings and into him. Now the good news is that we've got Soul Collector nearby in the Kampfpanzer, so if we can put shells in there, then he might be able to pick up some of the damage. Meanwhile, over on the other side of the map, well, BG Warlord just took out an enemy Waffenträger. We're going for that Leopard prototype again. He's gone into the dip, rounds out. And that's the end of him. Should we see that again? We'll see it again because obviously we didn't get to see the actual explosion. So, okay, here he is. He's aiming, aiming, aiming. Watch him go down into the dip. Oxagon follows him. Gets it right. Rounds out. And the wreck appears shortly afterwards. Hasn't appeared yet. Come on. He's hiding from us. He's hiding the wreck. Ah, there he is. So he's been taken out. So they did have a big crew, and they were used not only by the US Army and US Marines, but also by the Belgium Army, the Turks, the Spanish, West Germans, and the Republic of China, which of course, as you know, is Taiwan. So they probably still have those on Taiwan right now. Mind you, they're probably in reserve, in storage. Certainly the US Army stopped using them quite a while back, but you can actually pick some of them up because they're still in various junkyards or yards where you can pick up old armoured vehicles. Well, that Doom Turtle just fired his round and killed Soul Collector, unfortunately. So we lost him, but can we get some revenge? Rounds out. Oh! Hit the corner of the building. I think he fired that so quick when he adjusted the aim that the gun didn't follow it round. And the shell kind of went to the right as he was looking at it. And we're one down at the moment. We've got a Striv 1030, and those things have to remain still in order to get accurate shots. I think he's going to lay one in there. Rounds out. That's a direct hit. So that Striv would have felt that one. Meanwhile, the enemy seems to be making grounds through the city. We've still got BG Warlord up near the enemy camp area, and I think he just found the enemy Arty. And the kill actually went to our Char Future 4. We're following that Doom Turtle in to try and get a bit more damage on him. Rounds out. This should hit. It did, right on his rear for 447, and he got stun assist, but I think our CC1 Mark II is kind of challenged. He's got one tank behind him, one in front of him, and unfortunately he's having to expose his weak spots just to stay away from the Doom Turtle's 155mm gun. And there goes out the game. So we're going to try and punish this Type 4. Landed behind him. So we're 2 down on the enemy now. And they're almost out of the town. The chieftain went down. What can we do about this A phase 1? Oxagon's correctly figured out that the first time he's like to see him is when he gets past the gas station. In the meantime, the Type 4H is moving up, and that tall building there gets in the way. Yeah, he's gone for cover off that. BG Warlords also come back to help defend the cap. Rounds out. Oh, he got the Type 4 with that shot. Ow! That was the A phase 1, so he definitely saw us. He's taken virtually all of our hit points. And he's burned his repair kit to keep on going on the move. He's trying to get into a position. I'd be better off actually a bit further west. Unfortunately, we just lost BG Warlord to that A phase 1, the same one who hit us. And he's turning round to try and deal with our A phase 1. So we're 2 down now. And now we've lost... Well, we lost our Waffenträger Auf Panzer IV. And now it's just the RTO left alive because the RAE phase 1 went out of the game. Yes. There's a few choice words being said about that A phase 1. Probably because he didn't go into the town, mainly down to the fact that he wasn't really defending well against the enemy coming in. Oxagon's decided to put a bit of distance between him and the enemy, so he's at least he can see them coming. Possibly get some more hit points out of them, but there's no point in actually being next to the cap when those guys turn up, because you'll just be an easy shot. They'll see you before you see them. Ideally he wants to see the enemy and get maybe just one more shot in on them, but they're so heavily outnumbered I can't see them winning this. Especially considering there's a Striv 1030 behind them, so to speak, near the enemy cap, or was near the enemy cap. I don't think he's there anymore. I think more than likely he's actually come in this direction. GW Tiger set up in the wood behind us. Just gradually adjusting the aim. We can get a kill on that Strip K, but we decided to go for the A phase 1 who killed. And we did get spotted there. Oh, bounced around. A round hit the tracks. But that one didn't. And that's it. Here's the end of battle results, and I'm afraid that was the second class tanker for Oxagon because it was a defeat. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10. And he got a Gauze medal again for getting at least 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle in damage. But sadly, yes, it was a defeat because the team fell apart at the end. The highest damage in the game actually went to the Yag Tiger on the enemy team with 4,359. Second highest damage went to Oxagon with 4,011. The Yag Tiger didn't get a high caliber. It wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. And the third highest damage went to the Doom Turtle on the enemy team, who managed to get 3,798. When it came to kills, yep, it's the Yag Tiger again with 4 kills. 3 kills went to the AE phase 1. 2 kills went to our AE phase 1. So he wasn't too bad, but he didn't do much in the way of damage compared to Oxagon. Of course, Oxagon managed to get 2 kills as well. So did our Char Future 4 and, of course, BG Warlord. And we should say Soul Collector didn't get any kills, but did get some damage in the game. And let's have a look on the enemy team. Their Doom Turtle and their Char Future 4 also got 2 kills apiece. When it came to base XP, it's the enemy team comes out on top because they were the winners. 1,084 went to the Yag Tiger, 1,044 to their Strip K, and 1,034 went to the T95 that killed Soul Collector, and 965 to their A phase 1. So you can see they did have at the top some rather good tanks, and that's why, of course, they managed to win in the end. 13 shots fired, 6 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetration on the enemy as well. I think you know which one that he penetrated. Was it the Leopard? No, surprisingly, it was the Strip 1030. He actually penetrated that guy for 911. That's the one he hit in the bush. And took him out from, well, not took him out, but actually just got a direct hit on him. It went straight through their thin armor. Their armor's only 30mm. It's not really well built to stand up against an 8-inch howitzer round. Let's go with the rest. 12 splashes as well. 4,011 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits from the enemy. 2 of them with penetrations, 2 non-penetrations. Well, you saw the 2 non-pens there. That Leopard prototype, right from the start, actually tried firing in this general direction of Oxagon, actually hit his tracks. And I think that second round also hit the tracks, because you heard that dull thud, the one that right at the end of the game, as it hit something that was just solid metal. Either that or it hit the barrel. I'm not absolutely sure 100% where the shell went, but it certainly didn't penetrate anything. And the 2 penetrations, obviously, well, he took 1 from the A phase 1, and I think it was the A phase 1 that killed him in the end, actually, as well. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 were killed, 260 hit points of damage assistance, 851 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. He earned 32,434 credits on a premium count, 16,272 from battle payments, 3,726 because he got a Gauze medal, that's an epic medal, 75,936 credits altogether, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, still made a profit of 17,461 credits. 526 XP, 309 rather for the Achievements Award, 188 for being a platoon, and 1,441 experience points altogether. So that's the end of the first battle. Yeah, defeat, unfortunate. Let's have a look at the second one. In the second battle, he's on the Lakeville map, and this time round, no Soul Collector or BG Warlord. He's got Corin. I think it's Corin. Or Corruin. Is it Corruin? Hopefully I haven't abused your name. Do apologise if I've got it wrong. Now this is actually quite an interesting map actually for Arty, because yes, there are some good firing positions and you've got two ways of handling it. You can either deal with the valley, where there's always bound to be heavies which stop in the middle of the valley and camp there trying to move past the bottleneck, or you can aim for the town. A little more difficult, but you can earn a few credits off that. Now it looks like the enemy managed to put their EPR-105 just at the bottleneck on the lake road, and that sort of like gives them the ability to attack any of our tanks that are making their way towards the town. But their enemy Arty just got spotted as well, and a nice hit there on the Cobra for 335. Now to deal with that EPR, it would be possible at this moment for Oxagon to go all the way over to A8 and fire at that EPR and move him out. But in fact, actually, the left one on our team has managed to snipe him and kill him that way. So Oxagon doesn't need to move at all. He's got lots of lovely targets to fire at. Nice hit on the Conqueror, and he stunned the 430U at the same time. Oh, look at that Cobra, that enemy Cobra. That was a big mistake. He moved up thinking he could unload his magazine, and unfortunately everyone unloaded on him. But look at this 430U and this Conqueror together. Now that's a prime target. You get both of those. Here we go. Rounds out. He does. A very, very good use of the shell there. Could have penetrated the side of the 430U, but it splashed the Conqueror in the process. Both of them are stunned, but both of them are hull down on that position as well. 2 Arty on the enemy team, both M53, M55, so we're up against our own kind. Meanwhile, our opposite number on our team is a GW Tiger. Another direct hit on that 430U, trying to persuade him not to be there. Nobody's tried to counter battery us, and that's surprising because Oxagon is in a very obvious position for hitting these guys here. Though I would say that the ones who tend to counter battery under these circumstances, if the enemy is actually good at avoiding counter battery, they'll keep moving every shot. Oh, another direct hit on the front of the Conqueror. I always like to make it the shell game, you know, keep moving from one position to the other to try and make the enemy Arty guess where I am. Now, Platoon mate actually is pulled back in the Char Future 4. Core ruin. Okay, new position. Dialing in on the Waffenträger. Of course, these things do go up rather nicely because they've got virtually no armor. Rounds out. All direct hit. Yep, that one's definitely going to hurt the Waffenträger. He'll have felt that one, because more than likely it will go straight through the armor. Oh, look, he's all the way down to virtually no hit points, so I think that was a penetrating round. In fact, the enemy have suffered so much damage on the valley that we're now switching to shooting at the town. We're almost loaded, going for the Tortoise. Rounds out. Direct hit! Right on his rear as well. I'm pretty sure that went in through the rear of the vehicle. Although their Cobra's trying to push forward. Well, one of their Tortoises is visible at the moment. The other one isn't, the one we hit. And I'd be interested to know how many hit points he's got, but I don't think it's many. I think the reason we can't see him is he's licking his wounds at the moment, are being really badly damaged. There he is. He's finally showed up. We can't get a shot into him at the moment. We can now. Oh, we might have missed the opportunity there. He could have hit both at the same time. But he got that one directly onto the Tortoise. He's still stunned. He is taking damage. The Leopard's getting him from one direction. he's out the game, but that leopard, that Foch B could be a bit of a problem. The enemies are now falling like flies. The Foch does get a kill there. He takes out the leopard prototype, but look, he's being pummeled. Our leopard needs to move, so we put a round in. Oh, lovely kill shot! Yes! That really worked. Corwin actually managed to get the shot in from one angle, and Oxagon got the kill shot. Lovely one. It forced him to turn around and gave the leopard a little respite, so he survived a bit longer. There's only 2 enemy left now, and it's 2 medium tanks. There's the leopard 1 and the Char Future 4. They line up the shot. Rounds out. Oh, a direct hit again! No, we don't know how much damage that did to the leopard. Oh, he has lost a lot. And there's the kill shot from Corinne. And that is the end of the game. Well, that was a much better result for Oxagon in this game. He got a first-class tanker out of this one, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 8. Another Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And this time round, yes, he did get a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. In fact, he only killed 1 tank in the game. It was that M53 Foch, and he killed him just at the right moment as well. Because, of course, Corwin would have actually ended up with the assist on that one as well by hitting the guy just before the shell came in from Oxagon. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he was. Well, we can see on the team score that the highest damage in the game actually went to the UDES 1516, who got 4,346, but he didn't pick up a high caliber because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. But the second highest damage went to Oxagon with 4,148, and the third highest damage actually went to Corwin, who managed 2,783 hit points. When it came to kills, it was the UDES 1516 did the best with 5 kills in that one. 3 kills went to Corwin, 2 kills went to the Cobra on our team as well. Oxagon only got the 1 kill out of it, unfortunately. So nice bit of damage by the top players. We can see that when it came to base XP, the UDES did the best with 1,289. Second highest was Oxagon, 1,003. And the third was the Centurion, who managed 1,002, with the Contra Caro coming in with 980. And Corwin managed 906. Not bad. He fired 10 rounds in this game, got 10 direct hits on the enemy, and only 1 penetration on the enemy. That was must have been the Waffenträger. Let's have a quick check on that, because that guy really took a hammering. Yes, he did actually got penetrated for 1,060 hit points. That was a big hit. The other one that he did well on was the Leopard 342. That's the one that stripped away quite a few of his hit points. The Foch, the one that he actually got the kill on, 217, but he'd already been pummeled by the Leopard 1. When it came to damage, he did 4,148, and all of that was done at more than 300 meters. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1. That's where he got the Confederate. 1,236 hit points, a stun assist of 13 stuns. So didn't get a whole lot of stun assist off this one, and I think that's one of the reasons why he didn't get the ace tanker out of this. Just got a first class. He would have been closer, I think, if he'd had about 2,000 stun assist off this one. 35,511 hit points, credits rather, off the game. And after resupply of ammunition and consumables, he still made a profit of 19,894. Yes, I know it's what replays. They never add up in the columns correctly. They do on Salty Jedi or What Records, but they don't on this site. 1,003 XP for the game, 226 for playing the platoon, took away 1,731 experience points altogether. So a much better game after the last one, which, well, was a bit disappointing. He got a Gauze medal, but he was putting in the work, but the rest of his team wasn't, unfortunately. Well, not that Soul Collector and the like weren't actually doing their job. They were doing their job, but unfortunately some of the rest of the team were not up to par. So there you go. Sometimes you get a good team, sometimes you don't. If you enjoyed those replays, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. and thank you for watching.